So, welcome all. In this video I will introduce the if statement. And what we have seen before is that a software application exists of multiple statements. So we have statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, and so we have many more statements. And what we have seen is that these statements are being executed statement by statement from top to bottom. And what we want sometimes is that particular statements are only executed under a certain condition. And therefore we use an if statement. So to create an if statement, we start by typing if, then rounded brackets, and next curly brackets. And between the rounded brackets, we type a so-called condition. And a condition always results in true or false. And what we type between the curly brackets here are statements. And these statements are only executed if the condition is true. Yeah, so we have a condition here. A condition always results in true or false. And if the condition is true, then the statements here are being executed. So the statements between the curly brackets. And if the condition is false, then the program continues after the if statement. So under the if statement. So let's give an example. So for example, we have an integer I, and we ask the user to prompt a number on the console. And then we can check if I is greater than 5. And if I is greater than 5, we will print the I is greater than 5. And finally, at the end of the program, I will print end program. So let's see what happens if I run this program. So firstly, we have to enter a number. So for example, 7. And now you see it prints I is greater than 5 and it prints end program. So what happens here on line 14 is that it checks the condition. And in this case, I is 7 because I entered 7 here. 7 is greater than 5. So therefore the condition becomes true. And therefore it executes the statements between the curly brackets here. So which is the statement cout I is greater than 5 with an exclamation mark. So we see it prints the text here. So when the statements between the curly brackets are being executed, the program continues after the if statement, and the next statement is on line 18 where the text end program is being printed on the console, which we see here. So let's run this program one more time. And now we enter the number 3. And now you see it only prints end program. So what happens here is on line 14, we check the condition. 3 is not greater than 5, so the condition becomes false. And therefore it jumps from this place under the if statement and continues from there on. So then the next statement is on line 18, which prints end program on the console, which we see here. So as a summary, we have an if statement. If the condition becomes true, then the statements between those curly brackets here are being executed. And if the condition is false, then the program jumps under the if statement and continues from there on. So that's it for this video. In this video we have seen how the if statement works.